too good.
Try again.
What do you think my resolution is?
No idea. So,
Bye.
I think you need to relax
What about like a 30th?
and take it easy in 2021.
Correct. Go to your room.
Riley, hurry up, get some stuff.
Did a balloon pop?
Because there's just, you know, I just think I felt good. Knife right there. Man, anytime I put something with spice on it in my mouth, it just reignites the whole idea of dying. That goddamn work parents!
Hey Dad, guess I'm supposed to tell you, my most memorable moment with you. I get that's definitely gonna have to be, walking down the aisle on my wedding day. Something I'll never forget. You know, I know how many sacrifices you've made for us and for your family, and definitely hasn't gone unnoticed. And it's just time to make sure you're aware and let you know how much I love you, how much I appreciate everything you've done for me. And, you know, I'll always be your little girl. I'll never stop needing my daddy. I know sometimes we don't talk to each other very often, but I always think about you. And I know that I can always call you if I need you. And yeah, you're my daddy, and I love you. And I want to make sure you know that. Yeah, I love you. And don't ever forget how much you mean to us. And that everything you've done and the sacrifices that you've made have not gone unnoticed.
Hi Dad, it's me, your favorite daughter. Just kidding. But happy birthday. Your birthday is very, very special because the day you're born is a day to be celebrated. And I think that my most memorable moment from, I feel like there's a lot and it's hard to choose from, but I'll go with 2 of them. First one is just when you would drive me up to Snowbird and we would share songs with each other, or I would read to you, and that really, I think, gave me a huge love of music, and you were also the one who gave me my huge love of reading, so I always remember that and think back to it. And then my other memorable moment is just you coming snowboarding with me and us singing songs on the way up to Bogus. And yeah, I really love having you with me, and it's really super special that you come and do it with me, because not a lot of dads would do that. And there's a lot of things that you do as a dad that not a lot of people get to have as fathers, and I am super, super grateful that you're mine and that I get to say I have the best dad in the whole wide world. Okay, love you. Have a birthday.
My most memorable moment with Dad is when we used to play chess, and I remember that every time we would play, he would always win, and I would always get super upset, or I'd be like, I would be happy or something. That to me stuck with me because my favorite game is chess, and Dad playing it with me made me get more into it. And I wanted to say thank you, Dad, for you standing there next to me when I needed it and telling me when I need to hear something, because, well, yeah, you telling me what I really need to hear and all that. It was helpful, and it still really is. So, yeah.
Mr. L.L. Ednar, Mr. Randall P. Justice, aka my super awesome cool dad. I guess my most memorable moment with you would have to be, oh man, I'd say it's a collection of a lot of moments. It's hard to pinpoint just one. Maybe I'll list off a few. See, definitely all of the firsts, like the show me how to ride a bike, pulling over the truck and saying, okay, you're driving home, and just making me drive home, and then me being in second gear and you being like, I should probably shift up, and I was like, nah, I think I'll just keep it in second. I think it's fine, I'll just keep it in second, it's all good. I guess definitely the day that I moved to live with you and Mom, that was pretty memorable. It's definitely an exciting day to get out of the chaos. Man, there's so many moments, you know. Really enjoy picking on each other. But I also really appreciate always being there for me, and now for Delia, you know. There's very few times that I can ever think of that you would say no when I needed help. You're always there to help, which has taught me to be the same way towards others too. You know, to be selfless and help people that are less fortunate. Yeah, you're just an all-around awesome dad, and now you're an older awesome dad. Happy birthday.
Okay, Randy, this is really I wasn't gonna start crying in the beginning, But I think that it's important that you know how much truly that we recognize you for what you've sacrificed for all of us. How much you do for us. How much you love us. How much sometimes you dislike us, but you're willing to do anything for us. So, when we first met, I remember that day that we met, and of course that craziness, but what I remember the most is you talked about your son and how much you missed him. And even though our lives weren't perfect, or your life wasn't then, you would do anything for Craig. And he was just 2 at that time. And I remember that you would go every other weekend just to spend 5 hours with him. And you knew that the chance of you seeing him was pretty slim, because a lot of the time he wasn't made available to you. But when he was, you spent all that time with him, showing him love and how much his dad loved him, and you played with him and you had fun with him. And I saw that. And from that moment, I knew pretty quickly that I wanted to spend the rest of my life with you. And that was a scary, scary proposition. So when I got pregnant with Cassandra, and the thought was, I hope that he doesn't make me give up this baby. And I said that to you. I said, please don't make me give this baby up. And you said, why would I do that? It's a girl. And she's gonna be our beautiful daughter. And then you asked me to marry you at the train depot that day. And when we started our journey, and it wasn't an easy one. But we couldn't afford diapers, and we couldn't afford formula. And you worked such long hours. You took all of the extra calls you could get to make sure Cassandra and I and Craig had everything that we needed. You made sure that your child support was paid. You made sure that Craig got to eat and he had his stuff for school. And you made sure of all those things. And you sacrificed for us many times. And then when Riley was born, I'll never forget, I just wanted socks, and you thought I was crazy, and the first thing you did is you went over to the Smiths or the Fred Meyer and you got me socks. The favorite socks that I had until I wore holes in them, every single pair. And all of the nights that you worked, and the nights that you stayed up with the kids, and every football game of Craig's, every tennis match, every violin concert, every soccer match, every choir, every concert at the elementary, every court date for Craig and Kyra. You were at every single one of those. Because no matter what, you didn't miss it. No matter what. No matter how much extra work you had to do, no matter anything. And so, I remember going to Salt Lake when we were going to court to get Craig. And you're the one that encouraged me, you're the one that comforted me. You said, you know what? God's got this. It's that I have to believe in my whole heart of hearts that my son will be okay. as long as I do the right thing, no matter what that is. And you were up there and Brian was talking, and the only thing that you did is you were praying. You were praying that it's God's will, no matter what that was. I remember that. I remember sitting with your sister and watching you up there. Tears were streaming down your face when you were listening to the things that happened to Craig. And then, I remember that, you left me when you probably shouldn't have. And you had faith in us when I didn't. And, when we moved to, I'd always wanted to go on a buggy ride and a horse and carriage ride, and you took me to the temple square and you said, babe, I wanted to show you this for Christmas, you know? And I'm thinking to myself, the temple square, and here comes the horse and carriage, what I've always wanted to do. And I knew that you saved money for that, and you said, I'm sorry I couldn't get the limo too. I remember those things. But I'll never forget when we moved to Salt Lake the second time. We didn't have money for Christmas. And we were losing the house in Kuna. And I didn't know what we were gonna do, and you said, I'm gonna sell my gun. And it was your favorite one. It was a 25-06, and you loved that gun, and you loved your dad's gun, but this one was lighter. And you liked it a lot. And I could see how sad it made you. But again, you sacrificed for us. You made sure that the kids had a good Christmas. And you bought Christmas that year for Sky and Kyra, even though Kyra wasn't with us yet. You made sure that they had food and a Christmas too. Just like you did every year for them. And then in Denver when I got sick. Well, in Salt Lake when I was sick the first time, you got up with me every 12 hours and gave me my IVs, and you came home for lunch to make sure I had my medicine and that I didn't need anything. And you did all those things for me. And you've done all those things for our kids. Things that they don't know about. Things that you'd be mad if I told them that you did for them, because you're a humble man. Those things, you know, all the sacrifices and the little ones that you made, you know. I appreciate you, and I love you with all of my heart, and I am so grateful that I get to grow old with you. And so grateful that God has given me you and giving us our family that we have and all of our craziness in it. And And so I want you to know that the little things that you do for us, and the love and the love and the respect that you pour into each of us, that it's recognized that we know what that is, and we appreciate you and we love you, and I know that you sacrificed for me, and so you sacrificed for our kids especially, because you wanted them to know how much you love them, and you would give them hugs, and you would encourage them, and you would say, you know, this has to be a decision of yours. I can't make, but whatever decision that you make, I will support you. And you meant that, you know, when they became adults. And you taught our son how to be a man and how to be the best father he can be. You taught him that. You taught him how to love unconditionally, to love with a full heart. You taught him to be respectful. You taught him to be helpful. And most important, you taught him how to be a good father and what that meant. And I appreciate you with all of my heart. And so I want you to watch the rest of this video and know that I've remembered all of the little sacrifices that you've given to us, and I don't say enough that I remember them, and I don't say enough that I was selfish and self-centered at times and didn't see them. And I was angry a lot, not because of you, but because of myself and all of the sacrificing that you've done, and I felt like I was a burden on that, but I don't feel like that now, because you've helped me to know that I'm worth it. You've helped me to understand my value, and you've loved me no matter what. So, I love you, baby. And we're gonna grow really wrinkledy and old together. And we're gonna do crazy things together until we can't do it anymore. Literally. I love you with all my heart. Happy birthday. Merry Christmas. Because I don't know when I'm gonna give this video to you, so one of those two is close together, so this is for both of them. This is just for you. I love you.